I have to try her routine. Let's do a tutorial. She moisturizes before, but this is a full glam look. So let's be mindful of how much moisturizer we're actually putting on. Too much and it's going to start to battle all the products we're about to put on our face. That is a major tip when it comes to this kind of makeup. Then she applies her lip treatment. This one's my favorite. Oh, I love this one. While our moisturizer is sinking in, let's grab some of the concealer. We're going to start to carve out our brows. It has been quite some time since I have done this, but I do love how defined it makes everything. And we're doing the brows first to focus on the small detail work. That way we can really just focus on that big blend later. I forgot how much fun carving your brows actually is. We're gonna take a fluffy eyeshadow brush and just softly tap that over there. Remember, the fluffier the brush, the more diffused the product will be. Now you could absolutely just use your concealer for eyeshadow base, but for me, I just find that eyeshadow primer wears better on me. But use what you have. You might not need both. And if you needed to do any type of color correcting, right now would be the time before the eye primer. She does a light wash of her bronzer, but I do want to give you a tip. Before I start going in and just buffing, I really want to pack this in because both this concealer or this eye base, they're both a very wet formula. So we want to really pack that in. Then we can do some light buffing circular motions. And then the bronzer is buffed out this way. House of Lashes Allura Light. So she goes underneath her eye and a triangle. Ooh, I've missed the triangles. And then chin. And then forehead. Then she uses concealer as bronzer. That should be enough. Get it in my hair. Love that. This brush is going to be perfect to blend out our bronzer. This one's from the Essential Travel Set. And notice how that little bit, it goes such a long way. And we're going to start to kind of melt that into our concealer for a transition, just like eyeshadow. And it does give a beautiful transition. Tapping is going to not only blend it very seamlessly, it's going to give us the most coverage. Swiping back and forth, we might lose some of that coverage, and this look is all about coverage. Where I'm at right now reminds me so much of this picture. It's so nostalgic. I love makeup. Now she puts concealer here. Bring it all the way to the mouth. Can't forget the nose. Concealer brush is also from the Essential Travel Set. And I'm not gonna apply it on my nose. I'm gonna take from here in just a second. And I'm just gonna show you. We're gonna start to kind of get this going here. This is gonna take a second. Start to connect it. Same thing over here. And then I wanna blend the center. We are gonna grab a foundation brush in just a second, but let's get this initial transition going here. I'm gonna keep letting it run so you can kind of see what we're doing. And this is such a full coverage concealer that it's kind of turning into underpainting anyways. Now I'm just going to take from here and from here, and that's what's going to go on the nose. We want the smallest amount on our nose, and now we'll start to cover this up. We're going to switch to our C42 foundation brush, and we're going to finish that blend. And like I mentioned, the concealer is so full coverage that it's turning into an underpainting moment. Just keep blending this out. And then I'm actually going to take the brush and then I'm just going to wipe it on Sheila. These fibers, they don't absorb, as you can see. That's fun. And then I'm just going to do it one more time. And we're going to go ahead and set everything. And I absolutely love this Nakia Joy Cosmetics powder. It's so blurring. It just melts everything together. Then she sets with a little bit more powder bronzer. This one's from Kiko Milano, and it's so blurring. beautiful. It's one of my favorite bronzers at the moment. So we're just gonna set everywhere that we had that bronzer. I am not risking fallout, so I'm gonna use a liquid shadow underneath here that matches that bronzer. I'm not ruining this under eye. NARS blush in the shade Amore. Now I'm gonna go in with Makeup by Mario lip liner in the shade Milk Chocolate. Then we're gonna blend that out with Smoky Pink. And then we're gonna use this Sephora Collection Plump Effect Gloss shade 01. I'm gonna do a little inner corner highlight. This is the Sephora Collection Luminizer Rose Quartz. This is really pretty. And then we're gonna put a little bit on the top of our cheekbone. Here is what it looks like in my everyday lighting. I was gonna show it to you in lighting more similar to hers, but this looks so smooth. I love this routine. And here's what it looks like with front camera and lighting more similar to hers. I should really stop using back camera. I love this routine and I will definitely be doing it more this year.